Everyman Driver Nation, what's going on? Welcome back. I'm Dave Erickson, and with me this week, now in its third generation, the 2017 Mazda 6, which is celebrating its 15th anniversary. A mid-size sedan that is sleek, sexy, and sporty, and comes in 3 trim levels: Sport, Touring, and Grand Touring. And throughout this video, I'm going to scatter in some cool graphics and information about what's new for 2017. Let's get started first, though, by popping the hood. This front-wheel drive is powered by a 2.5-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder mated to a 6-speed sport mode automatic transmission. That's what we have here in our Grand Touring trim level. You can get a 6-speed manual transmission. This pumps out 184 horses, 185 pound-feet of torque, and fuel economy, 27 city, 35 highway. Mazda's looking for that mixed driving number of 30. We've been averaging 32 miles per gallon in mixed driving, so over-delivering on fuel economy. Now, there are some performance enhancements they've made for Mazda 6 in 2017. I have those for you in graphic form. They include Skyactiv vehicle dynamics and G-vectoring control. The only exterior changes for 2017 on the Mazda 6 is a restyled turn indicator on the Touring and Grand Touring trim levels. Otherwise, the exterior is the same. Follow me now, if you will, as I take you inside the cabin and show you some of the center stack, technology, and some other cool stuff. Here we go. Here's how you fire up the Mazda 6. There's a push button just right here on the dash, next to the pop-up display. You also will notice a heads-up display that popped up right here on the dash, which gives you the readout of your speed and also speed limit signs. It's pretty nifty. Now, with your display, all that is controlled with a dial down below, so that should be familiar with you based on previous versions of the Mazda 6. This is the sport mode toggle switch. I tap this, and up here in the instrument cluster next to that P, you'll see the sport pop up and then turn off, up and off. This has heated seats and a heated steering wheel, dual climate controls. The park brake is right here. Again, all the dials, pair of cup holders, the USB port, there's 2 of them down there. I plug in my phone, that way I can drive hands-free. Speaking of which, here are your steering wheel mounted controls. On the left-hand side, you'll see your Bluetooth technology, so this is where you can answer your phone. By the way, there is a paddle shifter there and right there. This right here, info button, if I press this to the side, you'll see in the far right dial of the instrument cluster, these icons change. So you can, that's your lane departure warning, lane keeping assist. I have averaged 32 miles per gallon. I love that with 238 miles of driving. So those are all your icons there. So everything else in the instrument cluster is pretty standard. You have some adaptive cruise control right here. Some great standard safety features for 2017. Dynamic stability control, traction control system. There's a hill launch assist. There's also blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, Mazda's radar cruise control, high beam control. There's even a traffic sign recognition system, which I saw earlier here in the heads-up display. So in addition to seeing the speed and speed limit signs, a red stop sign popped up in my heads-up display, which I thought was pretty cool. There's, I mentioned lane keep assist, lane departure warning, and a smart brake support, as well as a smart city brake support. Here are some additional safety changes and technology highlights for 2017. And here's a cool graphic on some of the 2017 interior changes on the Mazda 6. Here's a look at your backseat legroom and headroom from a guy who is 5'11". This was my driving position up front, so here's where I would sit behind myself with plenty of room between my knees and the back of the seat. There's even an additional indent in the driver's seat for a little bit more room for my knees. Headroom is good too. You can hopefully see here in this camera angle the indent in the roof line to allow a couple more inches. So maybe if you're 6'1", 6'2", that'll probably be your top end for height in the back of this midsize. So there you go. There are 4 blank handles all the way around, also a sliding sunroof. Now, good cup holders in both side doors, and look at this. Fold down armrest, 2 cup holders, but there's also climate control options here. What I'd like to see in the back seat is maybe an USB port option for the back passenger so they can charge their smart devices or stay connected that way. One little suggestion. Otherwise, I'm happy with it, especially with this Napa leather upholstery with our upgraded premium package in this vehicle. Otherwise, you've got leather trimmed sport seats throughout no matter what. Now, here are some additional 2017 interior changes available on the Grand Touring trim level. You have 3 options for opening the liftgate of the 2017 Mazda 6. There is a push button just left of the driver's steering wheel. There's only one steering wheel, it's for the driver. There is one right here on the key fob. Press and hold that, it'll pop open. Otherwise, you can go just below the Mazda icon to the right of the backup camera. There's a soft pad here. Press it, it opens up. Now, cargo volume, looking at 14.8 cubic feet of cargo volume in the trunk. You can fold these seats down, which you do by pulling these tabs here. It's a 60-40 split. Fold that down, you increase your cargo volume, you can put some longer items in there and make best use of your space. So that's a quick look at your cargo space. Let's go ahead and take it for a quick spin so I can give you some of my impressions, I guess, of the ride and handling. Pretty decent acceleration for a vehicle that has only 184 horsepower. And that front wheel drive has a nice little pull to it. And handling going around corners. We have a roundabout near where I live, which is kind of fun to go through and feel the hugging of the road with this vehicle. You know, I like the midsize category and feel of it. I think if you want to go a little bit bigger, luxury with the full size, that's great too. It all depends on your size. I think based on my size, I like how this still hugs me. You know, the compacts, of course, are, you know, almost an extension of your driving, but this fits like Goldilocks and the Three Bears just right with the midsize category. Handling, very responsive with, you know, the steering feel. It'd be nice, you know, I'm going to mention the competition a little bit later, and one of the vehicles that compete in this category is a Subaru Legacy, which comes standard with all-wheel drive, and I guess that's a question for the engineers. Among other midsize makers, is why not have that option of all-wheel drive? Some might say just adds a little more weight, limits what they can do with the vehicle. I'm not quite sure. Could be a fuel economy issue. I'm not sure. So the front wheel drive works, but you know, that rear wheel drive or all-wheel drive is kind of a fun option every once in a while. There might be some questions about cabin noise. Well, they've added some really nice technology for 2017, and some of that technology is sound deadening technology or dampening of the sound in the cabin. Some of that's right in here. There's also stuff on the outside. I have the sunroof open now. I close it. Doesn't make that big of a difference, which speaks volumes to how quiet the cabin is, that even having that open and closed, I can't tell the difference. I do feel and hear some of the wheels on the road, but it doesn't seem like it's out of the ordinary, not to me. So the MSRP range on a 2017 Mazda 6 is between $22,000 and $31,000 depending on trim level and transmission option. I think when it comes to looks, drive, comfort, technology, and fuel economy, the Mazda 6 delivers. As far as rivals, you're looking at the Honda Accord, Kia Optima, Nissan Altima, Ford Fusion, and Subaru Legacy, all in the midsize sedan category. My top 3 of those 5, Honda Accord, Kia Optima, and the Mazda 6. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. Drive safe. We'll see you next time. Adios. Hey guys, it's Dave. I just want to say thanks once again for supporting Everyman Driver and watching my videos. Can you do me a small favor? The next time you're in the market for a new or used car and want to schedule a test drive or just want to get a really great price quote from a dealership of your choice in your zip code, click on the link below and fill out a short form. It's car.show/Everyman Driver. Now it's totally free to you and there's no obligation whatsoever to buy or lease anything. It's just a quick and easy way for you to help support my work and keep this channel going. There's also a free phone number, 844-765-0610, and you can talk to a car segment specialist for car shopping advice and direction. That call is also free to you. The link again, car.show/Everyman Driver. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again.